When I was but a wee lad, 3 years old, my nose I pressed against the window pane. I watched the changing magic of my world, the frost, the snow, the flowers, the falling rain. My world consisted of our house and field, which touched the river, fringed with cocklebur. Forbidden were inviting stepping stones, patrolled by fox, concealed in yellow furs. Someday I'd toddle down that field and cross that stream, across the bubbling spray, up the yellow primrose bank beyond, where I could see the churning of the bay. Majestic Muckross Hill now at my feet, way up past grazing sheep and heather blue. I'd poke a hand and toehold in the sky and frolic up and down on rainbow's hue.
Any favorite memories about growing up with your brothers and sisters?
Since I was the baby, they were all pretty nice to me. Fun playing, and of course they would be doing a lot of things by themselves when I was younger because I wasn't able to keep up. I'm too little because I remember going to school. I wasn't able to walk that far, so my brother Danny put me on his, I must have been like 4 or 5. He put me on his back and carried me. And my mother, for the school, first day of school, she had new pants and a shirt, and the shirt had buttons on the shirt and buttonholes on the pants, and they buttoned on to the shirt. There was a little yellow shirt, I remember. And then, but as I'm playing and fooling around, the buttons were always coming loose. My first day of school. Yeah.
Favorite toys, games, and activities?
You mean when I was a kid?
Yeah.
We didn't have any games and toys. You made your own.
That's how you got so creative.
And I never had I remember I made a little plane one time with, I probably was 7 or 8, but so for the wheels I took a broomstick and cut little slices off it. But I had no drill, so I took one of my mother's knitting needles without telling her, and I took an old sock and I wrapped it around and stuck it in the end of it in the fire until it got red, and then I'd make the holes, and then I have to do it several times to make one hole. And
wow.
That's how and there was no supplies for hardware or anything, but the local shoemaker had small nails so I used to go to him and get an ounce of those, maybe for a couple of pennies, and use that. Yeah.
That's cool. Do you remember the story when you first tried an orange?
An orange? Who told you about that?
You told me how you got a stocking for Christmas and there was an orange.
No. It's after the war, with all of the shipping, there was no not anything that didn't grow in Ireland then would have to be imported. So we never saw a banana or an orange or anything like grapes or anything like that. So when it finally came in, then all of the little villages in Ireland, they were only allowed 1 crate of oranges. So they would have to dole out, maybe 1 per family, because it was known. So I was in school, and then some of the older kids that had left school, and then they saved me like one little section, because everybody else had a little piece of it, so I could.
Did they have birthday parties when you were little?
No, there was no party. But for my birthday, if my mother had the money to buy raisins, she'd make a raisin bread. I remember. There was, when I came home from school, I didn't even remember it was my birthday, but she had the cake on the windowsill to cool, after she took it out of the oven. So I guess it must be the time that they had some on the radio they had this song, you know. So I made the song out and said, "Oh, what a beautiful morning, oh, what a beautiful day. I got a wonderful feeling, I'm getting cornbread for my tea."
That's
We called
good.
it currant bread because there were smaller raisins, you know. But then the bigger raisins had seeds in them, you know. So if they're making a cake, they would slice it open and take the seeds out. That'll be one of the girls' jobs.
Wow.
Well, sometime for Christmas, we'd mostly have a chicken, kill a chicken.
So how did you meet Mom?
Well, she had a girl that was her friend in college. She was Gallagher, John Gallagher's daughter. Yeah, so I went to get flies to go fishing, and then Gracie, the girl's aunt, she introduced us. So it happened I was at a dance in Carrick. They had a marquee set up, and so I would dance her and something. And then since she was staying up in my neighbor's house, so we got to do some stuff together.
What are you laughing for?
Because there was no refrigerators in any of the houses. So when someone was visiting, all they could get is go to the town and buy some ham and tomatoes, because that was the only thing would keep long enough, you know. So everywhere she went, she was always getting ham and tomatoes. So the two girls, myself and Michael Gillespie, another guy, we took them to Glenties to a football match, because Kilcar was playing. And when we were finished, we were going to go to. So I wanted to play a joke on Diane, and I said, let's go to a hotel and let's get a good meal, I said. And then I said, how about some ham and tomatoes? And the two faces fell down.
You were teasing her though.
Yeah.
What attracted you to her?
I don't know.
She was gorgeous, altogether gorgeous.
No, we kind of, she was pretty intelligent, you know, and we hit it off pretty good. She hit me, and then I hit her.
Today is December 31st, 2022. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. If you move, we'll put these little claws in you.
I know. Taking. So, did you enjoy playing inside, outside, daytime, nighttime? What did you play?
Well, they had the usual, counting out rhymes, and Ring Around the Rosie was a pocket full of posies. Then you all fall down, and that was one of them. And then you had the counting out rhymes and hide and seek. I used to call it hide and go seek.
And you got into sports. You were really good at sports, right?
Oh, that was much later. But we kicked ball when we were kids, like small, but there was no real ball, so you made your own. Some of the other kids their mother would show, but my mother showed me how to make a ball, so I used to like her old stockings. They weren't silk, they were rayon or something, but the top part of them was strong, and I'd take a plate off the cupboard and put it in the drawer, a circle on it, and then I'd cut about a half an inch away from the circle, and then I would leave about an inch that wasn't sewn, and then she showed me how to back stitch so that the stitch couldn't slip, you know. So it went all the way around, did that, and then when you finished, you turned it inside out. And since we had sheep, but the balls I had were much better, because the other kids would fill it with hay, you know, and after a while kicking down, it would break down and get all sloppy. But I used to stuff it with wool, sheep's wool, and then sew it shut at the end. Yeah,
Wow.
it was a really good ball. You almost made everything. Made toys and made whatever you needed. You would sort of make.
Did you have any pets?
Huh?
Did you have any pets?
You know, I always had a dog and a cat.
What were their names?
The cat, Spot was the dog. The cats don't have names. The cat's job was to keep the dog in line.
What did you want to be when you grew up, when you were little?
I don't know. I don't remember wanting to be anything. So I never became anything. I just became me.
You did a good job
No
at that.
ambition. Gone fishing.
But what do you think are your most special skills that you have?
I can run fast out of danger.
Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
But halfway between.
Yeah, I think you are.
Somewhat of an extrovert.
What is your favorite color?
Well, let's say green.
And what is your blood type?
Type O, universal donor.
How do you feel?
With my fingertips.
Do you look like someone in your family, like your mother or your father more, or other relatives?
Okay, well, the problem is that if I'm looking at somebody else, I cannot see my own face.
What's on your bucket list that you haven't done yet you really want to still do?
I don't have a bucket, but I have an empty soup can.
Do you have any things you really want to do that you haven't done
Yeah,
yet?
I might like to maybe make a listening record still, and maybe some traditional tunes, but I'd say that'd be a while in the future. Maybe by the end of the year, next year. Yeah, well, maybe by the end of this year, that's for sure.
There's just a couple questions about favorite things. So what's your favorite food?
Fish and chips.
Favorite animals?
Cats.
Do you have a favorite flower, plant, or tree?
I like the daisy because it's reliable and honest looking.
What is your best advice for living a fulfilling life?
Be honest, and if you're a Catholic, live to the precepts of your religion, to the letter. Well, maybe not to the letter, but the basics is like go to mass once a week and on Sunday, and also holidays, and then you'll find that other things will fall into place for you.
What is your passion?
Brigitte Bardot. No. Well, I'd like to be more accomplished on traditional music. You know, I'm not sure if I'm borderlining getting good at it, but
You play every day.
but I don't practice every day. I play. There's a difference between practicing and playing.
Do you ever remember your dreams?
I dream almost every night. Many multi-dreams.
Do you remember your dreams when you wake up?
I remember. I've even had serial dreams where I would have a dream and then break off. And one time, years ago, it was like when I was here, but I dreamt that somebody was stealing my car. And then, I'd see it driving by and I couldn't do anything about it. And then maybe a week later, I would see my car being driven in McHenry or somewhere. And it was on and on like that.
In a dream?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you meditate, pray, self-reflect, or practice moments of silence?
I pray daily and nightly. And don't meditate.
Do you believe in karma?
I don't even know what it is. Karma is
Well, it's like what you do comes back to you. Like if you steal, you get stolen from, or if you do bad things happens to you.
yeah, I believe in that. Yeah. My mother used to say, for every good deed you do, it comes back tenfold.
Saddest memory.
One of my saddest memories when I went to I was living in New York and tried to bring Danny back, and I sent him money and he spent it, and then I sent a ticket and he cashed it in, and then I went out and got him. But the shock of seeing how he was from the way I remembered him was probably the saddest memory.
So, what is your happiest memory? Now we're going to happy. That's pretty hard.
Well, actually, I did themes on that when I went to college first in English class, because they had to say your saddest day and your happiest day, and the saddest day was at that time anyway was when Danny, and then the happiest day was when I came home the first time from America to see my parents again. That would be one of my happiest days.
Biggest surprise of your life?
All of the times that my children made parties for me, birthday parties.
Really?
Yeah.
You were surprised?
I was surprised at how lavish they were.
Aw. What are the most important events in your life?
I suppose my getting married and also getting my education.
Have you ever lost something you treasured?
Yeah, Maureen.
Aw.
I remember I went to Mass. I think she died on a Saturday, so I went to Saturday evening Mass. And when I came out of Mass, it was some stranger that I didn't know from St. Mary's. And I put my arms around him on the steps, and I was roaring and crying. And he didn't know. And he said, we'll go talk to the priest. Another time when I was having my tooth worked out, the regular dentist wasn't able to pull it, so he sent to the specialist, and they asked me how many kids I had. And I said, when I came to Maureen's name, then I was sitting in the dentist's chair, and I started to burst out bawling, crying. I had no control over it. Yeah.
If you won the lottery, what would you do?
I would, if I won the lottery, first thing I would do is I'd be like the guy with the one talent. I just buried in a big hole. No.
And not tell us where it is.
No, the first thing I would do actually would be I would contact my cousin, the lawyer, and get some advice from him. And I wouldn't tell anybody that I got it for a while. I would go into all the press on my tail, and I'd probably be dividing it to all my family and maybe some other relatives in Ireland and stuff like that.
But would you use any of it for yourself? Something you've really wanted to do for a long time, or?
I know, but I wouldn't need much anyway. I think I would probably get a car that wouldn't be breaking down.
I hope so. Do you believe in ghosts, spirits, and the afterlife?
Yeah, anybody believes in God has to believe in spirits. Yes, God and angels are spirits. Yeah. When Diane died, I think it was a day or two later, I was sitting in my chair and she appeared right at the end of the couch where she used to always lie. Kind of a bluish green dress on, but it was only a split second and it was gone.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Well, I thought I probably told some of you.
Did she say anything, or was just an apparition of her?
Just like you could see, you couldn't see her legs. She was standing by the edge of the couch. It was just instantaneous,
Yeah. Wow.
I didn't recognize her as features, but I recognized the kind of a dress she used to wear. And
If your house caught fire, what would you save?
I don't know, there wouldn't be no time to save much. But
Is there any treasured thing you would save?
my trousers. I hate to be walking around without trousers.
Have you ever had a supernatural experience?
No, I had a dream one time. I'm not sure how far in advance of the fire was, but I was up in the bathroom upstairs and I was looking up and I could see the timbers of the house, in the sky. And then after the fire, or during the fire, the firemen cut a 10 by 10 piece of plywood and they had pulled it off to let the heat out of that. But then when the fire was subdued, the same place was
Exactly
there.
as you
Yeah.
saw it.
Yeah.
So do you think you have a sixth sense or intuition, like strong intuition?
I have the same number of senses as my hand.
Okay. If you could be a superhero, what superpower would you want to embody?
I'd like to be an Irish dancer and be able to scratch the back of my ear with my big toe.
If you had to live your life again, what would you do differently?
I would do as I did before, do the best I can with the circumstances I was given.
What accomplishments are you most proud of?
Raising my nice, large family.
You did good. What were your biggest challenges?
Challenges? I think going to college with lack of preparation, without ever having gone to high school, and getting my math classes and science classes that I never had. So it meant a lot more study in order for I to be able to pass them.
What words of faith or wisdom do you live by?
Honesty and kindness, generosity. That's about it. Yeah.
What did you try and teach your children? What did you try and teach your children?
Go to Mass every Sunday.
What did your children teach you?
In general, I'm really happy with all my children. It taught me, I guess, happiness.
What is the greatest lesson you learned?
When I was very young, my ABCs. Marsy dotes and dozy dotes and little lambsy divey, a kiddly divey too, wouldn't you? Marsy dotes and dozy dotes and little lambsy divey, a kiddly divey too, wouldn't you? A, you're adorable, B, you're so beautiful, C, you're a cutie full of charm, D, you're a darling, E, you're exciting, F, you're a feather in my arms, G, is so good to me, H, you're so heavenly, I, you're the one that I idolize, J, you're like Jack and Jill, K, you're so kissable, L, see the love light in your eyes, M, N, O, P, I could go on all day, Q, R, S, T, alphabetically speaking, you're okay, you make my life complete, V means you're very sweet, W, X, Y, Z, it's fun to wander through the alphabet with you, to tell you what you mean to me. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I love you. January, February, into March and April, same way too. May, June, and July, I never let a day go by without a kiss for you to remember, just in case you go away in August or September. In October and November, not to mention cold December, I love you. Although another year ago has gone, I'm ready for the next one too. Don't remember anymore. I'm rebuilding the treble side of the accordion.
So you took all the keys out?
And I polished the rod, and
Wow.
for example, here's one. This has to be replaced on here. But it had to be waxed in. No one is broken.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a cool accordion.
Huh?
It's a cool accordion.
But
Oh, this is what, an accordion grill?
Accordion is 1927.
Wow. Special Excelsior. That's
New York.
beautiful.
That accordion was $650 in 1927.
Wow.
Saw the catalog for. Gotta wash my hands. Okay, this is the very last key, and the cutout here is where the black key goes, and they have to build it up like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces there, and this all cut. Then there's a spring attached so that when you press the key will return.
And those are normally black keys, but they're gold on this because it's magic.
Now with a vamp. This is the O'Donnell song now. It's called O'Donnell Aboo. It's the battle marching of the O'Donnells. Sheila should learn to sing. They invited him down to a party and he brought his bagpipes just by chance. They asked him to sing, but he said, no, but I'll give you a bit of a dance. He put on his pipes, and he started to play, but the lads had been fooling about. They cut a big hole in the bag of his pipes, and this is the tune that came out.
Oh no, not this one.
Oh, she washed the baby's ass in the pot, she put the cabbage in. She took the baby out, then she put the cabbage back again. Doodly doodly die, the doodle deedle doodle doodle. I don't remember the rest of it.
8, 7,